Hello everyone and welcome to yet another Steam game of the Mordheim Summer Tournament of 2017 organized by Markuskein. My name is Karond and today we'll be looking at bracket group number 1 and the deciders game of that group, which means it is the last group match to be played in the group. We'll be looking at Kittenpaw against Slaviour. Both players have beaten Quist to get there and both players have lost to Faro 85. We have been seeing Slaviour's game earlier here in the tournament, but we are yet unaccustomed to what Kittenpaw will bring to this. We know that he beat Quist, we don't really know how, and we know that he basically forfeited the game against Faro 85 due to time constraints. Both players play Cult of the Possessed, as said, and it's kind of an interesting game because whoever wins here will be facing off against the winner between Crowley and Cantilla in group number 3 for the round of 16, and whoever loses here will face off against the third placed person from group number 4 for a chance to get to the round of 16. So both players will have at least one more game to play after this. Here we are with the group, and we'll be looking closer at the stage where they got there. As we can see, Kittenpaw beat Quist by 6-1 and then lost to Faro 85. Giving up the game there, and Slaviour having lost to 485 as we saw earlier in the game, and then beating Quist as we also saw earlier. So this will be a very interesting game with the newcomer Kittenpaw facing off against the veteran Slaviour. Who will win? We will have to see, and I think this could be very even. Slaviour hasn't really been performing too well this tournament with his loss to 485. But we can still expect his experience to maybe pull through here. We will see what they bring. As always, the map decides almost everything, and it will be interesting to see whatever tactics they can come up with. I hear we are a little bit short of time. They're about to start, so let's jump into the game, and we wish good luck to both of the players. Alright, here we are, right in the middle of the match, because Slaviour was a little bit late in inviting us. It seems we are watching an ambush here. As you can see, there have been no death so far, but that mutant seems to have taken quite a bit of damage. Yeah, Slaviour here is talking about boosting the initiative ladder for himself with a rune of celerity on his helmet slot, no doubt. Which is helping him greatly here. We don't really know who is being ambushed and who is the ambushee. I suppose that gave it away. Kittenpaw is the one who is being ambushed. So he has one less red pill and minus 50% chance to win. And he seems to be despairing already here about the unfortunate circumstances of this match. Another one of Slaviour's archer here is gonna kill off Wolf, the mutant of Kittenpaw. It's always very tough to start in a building like this Kittenpaw is doing, because whenever you reach out, you are inevitably going to be surrounded by all of the troops that are there. this is basically the dream for Slaviour, having being ambushed so he doesn't suffer from anything, and having the higher initiative is a fantastic combination. If you remember from the game between Karond and Slaviour, Karond was one who was ambushed with a higher initiative, and that was not as beneficial as this is for Slaviour here. The Magister is always a high priority target against any cult possessed warband. It's the one that makes the cult possessed warbands tick. Is really their best support character that they have available, and getting rid of him helps a lot, especially since many people don't seem to build too much towards leadership, so in case they have to take a round test, the remaining heroes usually don't have too great of a chance of doing against that. Also remember that should Kittenpaw break out of there, almost all of Slaviour's character, the ones he hasn't moved, if there are indeed any, will still be in ambush. That was close. Yeah, Kittenpaw seems to be really despairing about this kind of deployment. It's part and parcel of the game. Sadly, it can produce very uneven games like this. Sometimes you're just really lucky, and really any player can beat any player. The map is such a big decider for a lot of these games. It doesn't really matter how good you are. If you get a really bad map that doesn't suit your warband, it can really hurt you and often lose the game right at the start of on if the enemy knows what he's doing. Going in there with the Dark Soul is a perfect choice for me. He will be surrounded, but neither of these two Dark Souls from Kittenpaw can actually move out from there now, because the circle of Skonund here, the Dark Soul, will keep them at bay and force them to engage this particular Dark Soul. So gaining a further number advantage elsewhere, because I'm sure that this Dark Soul will probably hold out for still waiting for Kittenpaw to be able to move his first character, already being down by one marauder so far. We see here Usris, the Slaviour's Magister, and we also saw that he had Master of these in Breath, which is a pretty good spell actually, especially if you can get expert casting to increase the range. Otherwise is really lacking in its usefulness. You always need a range there, because otherwise the range is right in front of the Magister. You don't want to get too close. Still, it is a good spell. It provides extra damage for the following turn and makes sure that they do take more damage whenever they're hit by something. It goes well in hand with Weapons of Destruction. Probably going for the Doomweaver here, I would assume. Should be the top choice. Seems to be extremely tanky. The Master Install no doubt helps. And since he has Slicer, if he manages to get by a poison test with a hit, then he could potentially increase his hit chance by 9% further. Doomweavers are also usually pretty bad against Sakura, and we can see that here, 57% chance against all alone, which is precarious at best there. Not Not off to too good a start. See if we can improve. And there we go, Slicer kicking in. Allowing plus 9% hit chance. And it's not enough, but it's gonna help the Dark Soul in the next round at least. See if we can put Acid Breath to use here. Or the more classic of destruction, naturally. Massive damage inflicted here. Order is always a very good skill to have on the Majesty, but it makes him vulnerable because he can't afford too many defensive skills to use that. Let's see what the plan here is. They seem to have a bit of a mirror matchup. They each have a Globadier, they each have a Doomweaver. They each seem to have 2 Brethren and 3 Dark Souls, Magister naturally. And we saw that they each have a Marauder as well. The only difference with them is Possessed versus the now dead mutant Wolf after Kittenpaw. And now it's Kittenpaw's turn, finally. Let's see what he can do here to try and even the odds and try and come back into this game that has been handed to him. Remember that he still has 1 red pill less and minus 50% hit chance as well, so he is at a disadvantage here. Trying to look for some kind of shooting opportunity. Seem to be able to find anything. Coming down, he might be very close here to... And that's gonna trap him. He seems to have bugged out into the terrain here a little bit more. No, he's just behind the table, I'm sorry about that. Too bad. Hopefully can get a little bit more lucky with the next shot. And the 15% is such a killer. There we go. Succeeding at the poison resistance. Remember that Morplock pistols have a specific kind of poison that removes melee and range resistance by 6% until the turn of the Globadier again. Can he reload and shoot one more time? No, he cannot. He's lost 1 red pill unless he has adrenaline rush. He can't shoot for the 3rd time. Good use of his last 2 remaining red pills though. Warp Globe is an ability that will, for 1 turn, since it wasn't mastered, randomly increase a few stats. The most likely one that he wants is plus 15% melee resistance. Very nice shot here, mark of enfeeblement as we see. He gets 1 less red pill when it's his turn. Yeah, Slaviour, it might be because you don't really invest into critical resistance. And your usual tactic of going for stun resistance, which would offset the lack of critical resistance, seems to be missing in this current iteration of your warband. Hence you are very likely to be critted in more games than this one. So you continue seeing those crits coming in, which is always a good reason why most people actually pick resilience for most of their characters, to avoid this thing happening. It's a fairly good secure position up here. It just hopes that no one gets up, but at the moment they really can't get up because the path is entirely blocked. This allows Kittenpaw to deliver further damage. I'm surprised he didn't continue shooting at the stunned. There we go. Stunned brethren here. Piling on those open wounds. Now he has 2 open wounds, so minus 20% hit chance. That's gonna hurt a lot of that brethren. As you can see here, you can move around a little bit on the minimap, and then you can actually see when the character's circle highlights to know exactly where he is, as long as you have seen him before. It's kind of a mistake by the developers. It's a little bit of a buggy feature, and most people use it. So Slaviour are, of course, entitled to use it as well, as Kittenpaw probably am. But it is a little bit cheesy to be able to see the opponent and where they are. You're supposed to be able to get away and hide a little bit. At least I feel like that. What can this manager produce here? Jumping down into the room, constricting it even further. It would be kind of nice for Slaviour to get up here with this Glovadier eventually and throw down a poison globe or something, since there are 4 enemy characters there, even if the Glovadier is immune to it. You have 3 characters hit and just 1 of his own, bleeding them for damage. I don't really know why Kittenpaw is jumping down here. Did he have no other choice at all? Could be possible. We don't see it in the game. Wow, that was really unlucky. That's gonna be paying off quite a bit there, and that Doomweaver just failed his all alone test and he's not gonna be able to run too far. So he's basically trapped. And with all of the units stunned in that little room, most of them which are Kittenpaws, this is gonna be a very quick game in Slaviour's favor, I believe. Create some shade to boost his initiative and be able to move ahead of the curve here. Hoping for a few criticals here. 1, good. 20% chance for each. Not the second one. Each critical costs an open wound, as said, and if Slaviour doesn't have any consumables and open wounds, then he will have a tough match ahead of him. But still, he seems to have such a big advantage here. I don't think he's Slaviour could screw this up, but who knows? He didn't screw this up against Faro 85. And here we have another critical as well. Yeah, Kittenpaw is not too optimistic about his chances here, and well, he does seem to have a lot of things going against him. He needs a bit of luck in Slave's turn to not produce enough damage to really matter, and then he can finally, for the first time, put out a lot of damage himself if he's a little more lucky. Remember that Kittenpaw still hasn't had a full turn with his full capabilities. He's still suffering from being ambushed here. Slaviour looking up the initiative ladder and seeing how much further that Doomweaver is gonna go. Pestilence here would debuff most units that are Kittenpaws. Big area of effect. Seems to be successful. Debuffing 3 of them. And producing a lot of damage as well. Which was kind of equal here. The 3 people hit on each side. I don't think he really should engage in there. He really wants his Marauder to go in and do some more damage. Probably not a good choice either here, but Marauder, since they possess his flank and kill him anyway. Much better choice.
A new round has started.
Slaviour finishing off the Marauder here. Second kill. I might go for the Doomweaver, and the Marauder can go elsewhere. Might be nice, seeing as his chest still has a few attacks left to doing, and much movement. Very nice hit. And Adrenaline Rush for our last attack. Might kill him here, seeing as there's a very high hit chance against this character. There we go. That leaves Kittenpaw 3 heroes down, without no units killed in return yet. Objective here is probably to reach his Magister and throw in Strangling Globe. Maybe a Poison Globe as well could be really good here, especially right in there in the thick of it. Strangling Globe hitting the Magister. Well, will he? No, he's not hitting it. Oh yeah, he was hitting it. Fortis was the name, and that Magister can cast spell now for 2 whole turns. That's a really good skill, but it takes it's not as easy as just walking up to someone using that skill, because whatever you do, the Globadier, who naturally needs to invest in ballistic skill to get it, always seems to be able to put himself in a precarious situation. He's always vulnerable when he does that. So you really have to be smart using it and be careful and wait a little bit. Let most units go in first and let the opponent cast a few spells, then go in with the strangling blows. You don't need it right away. Being too greedy and trying to cancel the spell casting right away will definitely make sure that you are losing your Globadier early. It's a very common mistake done by a lot of people. You could also specialize your Globadier as a melee Globadier, but it will be more tanky than anything offensive from him. 2 open wounds here. What is Karond rather than going to do? Seems to find a nice spot here against the stun magister. Scoring a critical hit, not too useful against the magister, seeing as he's a support character who won't really care about that. Keep piling into the Magister here. As you can see, the morale for Kittenpaw is 86, his limit is 60, that means that if he loses the Magister here, he'll be down by 26 morale, meaning that he will have to take his morale test on the last remaining hero, which is a Globadier. And the Globadier is currently stunned, meaning that if he actually gets killed, this Magister, then Kittenpaw would automatically fail his round test and lose the game. We seem to have a call out here from Kittenpaw. Well, we will try and post as many games as we can. It's just practice run for this time, seeing how it works out before we introduce the next tournament, which I myself will actually run in a little bit more professional manner. And it's up to the players to behave themselves. I can understand that he is a little bit infuriated here because he did skip his game against 485 plus and down because of time constraints. And here he seems to have dealt a very bad hand against Slaviour, making him lose yet another game, but he still has a chance to get into round of 16. He will have to face the third placed opponent in group number 4 for a decider's game to get into round of 16. And from there he will have to rely on lucky draws, as he will be facing off against one of the group winners. So he will have a tough tournament from here on out, but he will have at least one more game to play, and hopefully he has more luck that time. If possible, I hope that we can actually record that game as well. See if Slaviour manages to finish the game here. As long as the Magister is stunned, you also have plus 20% critical hit chance against it. That is surprising. I wonder why this particular Dark Soul did not go down. Why is he lingering up here? Does he suffer from injury we don't know about, like stupidity, making him move on the first turn? that is possible. I don't see really any other reason why he wouldn't have been moving on his first turn. Yeah, it is. They're talking here a little bit about the timer for deployment, and in all the previous tournaments, it has been an unlimited amount of time available for deployment. But Markuskein has here opted for saying that you only get 90 seconds, which Kittenpaw doesn't seem to be agreeing with. This is very good, removing open wounds. Gonna be useful. The game lasts longer, which it probably won't. Well, that is tempting, locking down the brethren. And if he does that, yeah, he will open up a route for someone else to come up there and finish off the Magister, but Kittenpaw is here resigning, losing the game 10-0 instead. It was a very quick game. I shouldn't read too much into it. Very favorable position for Slaviour, unfavorable for Kittenpaw, which he continually expressed here. I hope both players get a more exciting game in the coming round, and we will be seeing Slaviour face off against the winner between Crowley and Cantilla, and hoping to be seeing more of Kittenpaw as well, so that he can really show us what he goes for. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next game.
The decadent trappings of order shall be cast down. The triumph